Good evening, guys. It's night time out here, man. Nice and cool. I love fall weather. I just love it. Once you've had a hot old summer like we had down here in the Carolinas, man, I just love it. Alright. Back for another episode, video, whatever. I'm going to talk about the recent mental problems we've been seeing around the country, things happening and things happening more so to average citizens other than law officers. I had went somewhere, I can't remember if it was Walmart, it was somewhere up in Fayetteville. There was a guy in the parking lot, man, just throwing his hands out everywhere and talking to somebody that weren't there, and you can tell he was out of it. I don't know if he was a homeless person. Hey, Diamond, she wants to get on the camera. Or a druggie or whatever, but you could tell he, I think it was a mental patient, because I've been told that the programs that they had in place for treatment of folks with the mental patients is very expensive anyway, but they had facilities for that, but the government cut the funding on it. So now they're out on the street or at home with the so-called idea that if you take your medication, we'll send you home. Well, they're not taking their medication, and they'll hurt you. They'll start something with you and assault you. They'll hurt you. So as a friend, I'll put the badge aside and tell you, as a friend, if one of them assaults you or tries to assault you and you dust their ass and you stay there, you're going to end up getting charged with assault on a handicapped person, which to me is bull jive, because they attacked you first. You didn't know they were handicapped. You don't care that they were handicapped or mental. You don't care about, all you care about is defending yourself, and they attacked you first. So as a friend, somebody like that attacks you, dust them down and get out of Dodge. I mean, that's just the way it is. I got a foxhound out there. Boo! She's gonna hound. Every time I'm doing my video, she's gonna howl, or one of the roosters is gonna crow. So. But I've got foxhounds and coonhounds, so you're liable to hear them howl throughout the video. That's country living, though. Hey, keep the coyotes and the bears away. All kind of critters at night. They keep them away from the chickens. But there again, they will hurt you. And there seems to be no treatment in place for these individuals. They get very strong. A lot of times they don't feel no pain. Okay? That's why I'm saying I'm talking to the average, ordinary citizen. Wherever you go, watch your back, watch the parking lot. I was going to the gym the other day, and I stopped at the local convenience store down the road. I go inside, get what I need to get, and I come out. There's a skinny individual, puffed up hair, and he's got a book sack. Obviously he's wanting to ride somewhere. I don't know this guy. He says, "Hey." I said, "Hey, back to you, brother." And I got in my car and left. And he was, what he was doing was filling me out. He was looking for a victim. But a lot of men now, if you'll get jacked and carry yourself a certain way, work out and do the right thing, they'll think twice before they mess with you. He turned and looked the other way, and I got in my vehicle and I left and went to the gym. But see, they're going to fill you out. But anyway, back to the mental stuff. Working as an officer, I've had occasions where in Fairmont, North Carolina, we had a guy. This guy, he was foolish, man. He talking about pure crazy. This individual walked down the main street of Fairmont butt ass naked, with a machete, had a dead chicken on it. He just walking down the road. Now he's built like a Sherman tank now, but crazy, and he's all the time getting high on crack now. Now you gotta love that. He's crazy anyway, but he's all the time on crack. So I got a call on him. He was down at local Dollar General. So I go in there to talk to him. So I'm trying to ease my way up to him and talk to him. And say, hey, Bo, come on, man, you're scaring people. And we were right near the soda section where one side was stacked Pepsis, 12 packs, and one side was a Mountain Dew. So I go to talk to him, and this is where I'm saying you got to watch your P's and Q's and your distance. Now, I've talked with him a lot. I've had a lot of occasions to talk with this fella. Sometimes he can be okay, sometimes he'll be off the deep end, you know. So I'm sitting there talking to him just without any instant. Boy, he grabbed me and threw me over the Pepsis, knocked the Pepsis down. And when I come up, I punched him in the face, and he fell over the Mountain Dews and knocked all the Mountain Dews down. He gets up and he runs off, runs across the street and locks himself in the McDonald's in the bathroom. So I had to go in there and end up tasing him and fried his ass like a Thanksgiving turkey. Got him in custody. Everybody at the jail knew him. They hated to deal with him, and the hospital too, because when he's crazy like that, they end up having to carry him to the hospital and put him on Thorazine and dope him up, and then once they get the crack out of him, they release him. So, and see, there again, that's what I'm talking about. If they are a danger to the self and others, and they suffer from schizophrenia, why do you let them loose? You're hurting innocent. They hurt innocent people, and they always get away with it because they're too incompetent to stand trial in court. They always get away with it to hurt people. Now they're unlifing people. And now you're trying to figure out, well, we need to do something about it. Now we got mental patients unlifing people. Oh, Lord, you should have done it a long time ago. You know, a long time ago. A lot of these individuals are in rest homes now, where elderly are supposed to be taken care of. How you going to take care of elderly when next door there's a damn Manson over there? I've seen that too, in their 30s and 40s, in a rest home, because they're a ward of the state, and the rest home just wants that money to house them. And then they're hurting the old elderly people in that facility that's supposed to be for elderly people. There was another one that I had to deal with. I was trying to think of earlier. Crazy. One was in a rest home, and he called himself Satan. He was schizophrenic. He'd walk up and down the hall and terrorize the staff, and see, the staff weren't equipped to deal with him. They didn't have no training to deal with these type of people, but the home housed these individuals. So, you know, as an officer, you're going to get calls. A lot of times, the caller don't know that the individual he's complaining on is a mental person. Dispatcher's not going to know. A lot of times when you get there and you talk with this individual, then it goes from 0 to 100 just that quick. You know, just that quick with mental people. There was another one I was trying to think of that I dealt with, and I can't remember what it was. But just crazy. You don't never know. And they got brute strength, and they don't feel no pain, none whatsoever. Oh, this is the one. I was working Red Springs, me and my partner Kevin. We had got a call. Said there's a female causing a disturbance, busting the windows out of the motel down the road. So we go down there. Okay, we're familiar with this female. We've dealt with her hundreds of times. But on this occasion, she's on crack cocaine. She's took her arms, busted the windows out, pulled the TV off the wall, throwed it through the window, and she just acting all erratic. She's throwing me and Kevin around like we're potato sacks. I mean, just blood everywhere, you know, and we're wearing gloves and trying to keep it right. We get her handcuffed, but she has a broken shoulder and we don't know it, and she's still doing all this stuff. End up calling the ambulance. They give her some Benadryl and Thorazine or whatever and put her out and take her to the hospital. This is one where I'm talking about crazy, man. They got brute strength. And this was a little girl, probably 105 at that, throwing us around like we're potato sacks. That's the difference. Very dangerous. So, had to clean my patrol car out. Had to decontaminate it and clean it with bleach and other kind of mess, and shampoo the seats and all that stuff. And that's what they don't tell you about on TV. You don't see all that stuff in the report writing and the stuff that you got to do. You don't see none of that on TV. All you see is excitement, them chasing somebody running. You don't see the paperwork, the complaints, getting chewed out by a supervisor that should have been there instead of telling you you should have, could have, would have. No, they should have had his or her ass out there with you so they know what's going on. That's why you wear the camera now, so you know exactly what's going on. I never could stand that. You should have, could have, could have. No, you should have had your damn clown ass out there instead of being, I'm the jarhead supervisor. I got my job because I kissed everybody's ass. Well, because you did the work, it was ass kissing. I never done any of that to get no damn rank. But you had to deal with that too. They're not going to go out there and fight that mental patient. Oh no, they're going to send you out there. But then when you had to do all that fighting, they're going to tell you, you shoulda, coulda, woulda, doulda. No, you need to have your clown tail out there with your officers. Quit the dang bullying bullshit. A lot of that goes on. They're not going to tell you about that either, but guess what? I will. What you going to do? I'm retired. You going to write me up? You going to fire me? Hey, I'm retired. I'm going to say what I want to say because I lived it. I breathed it. I know it. If you like what you see in here, hey, hit like and subscribe. Y'all try to be a better person each day that goes by, man. I'll be back with another video. Y'all have a good evening, man. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, work out, do your karate, do your boxing. Hey, you ain't never too old, man. Love life. Have a good one.